I am making an animated short film, sci-fi short film, because I don't have the budget to make sci-fi. And I found this amazing animator on Instagram called Miles Buckle. I'll put his name in the description. You might have seen him already because he's popular. And he does these amazing low poly animations. All of films that I love, like there's a lot of David Lynch in there, some Kubrick films, and so on. And he makes low poly versions of them. And I thought this would make an amazing low poly animation, this short story of mine. So I sent him the script and the budget, and we Zoom called, and we came up with a timeline, and we're doing it. And I have to deliver, what I've delivered is a complete set of storyboards. I use the app Storyboarder for this, it's free, and it's amazing. And I created like it mostly takes place in one room with 5 or 6 characters. So I made the room and the 5 or 6 characters, and then you move the camera around and you take photos of them, and these are your storyboards. And you move the characters around, and this is how they relate to one another, and this is how you find out, by moving the camera around, everything you need the camera to do when you're moving it around, which is stay dynamic, do something different every now and then just to shake it up, for one. Demonstrate, make sure that the geography of the room is preserved and kept in the audience's head, because you know what the space is, but only the camera reveals to the audience what is there. That's not the most important one, but it is one to think of. For me, it's like power relations between characters. The camera is up here to show that he's above him, he kneels before him, or he walks away from him because he doesn't like what he said, and things like that. So for me, it's like dramatic power relations, or how I shift people around the room, and how I move the camera, and why I move the camera, and so on. That's my main motivation. So I created all of these storyboards and I sent them to him, and I took photos of my friend Sam, and he's going to be the protagonist in the film. There's going to be a low poly version of Sam. Then I just need to film a bad live action version so that we can see the various hand animations and movements and running and how that looks, so that we can recreate that animation in the film. Without naming names, I'm told a good guy looked at the storyboards of this and heard the plan and said you could never get one animator to do all of this for you, as a way of pitching himself as, I don't know, lead animator in the project. And we know all about this mentality because I've given you several examples of it already. Well, that's a no for me. But I tell you what, when you think of things from first principles, like I say, there's the Samuel Delaney caveats of it, but you do things that you didn't know you weren't able to do. Because lots of people want to tell you what you're not able to do. And they don't know anything, and their motivation for doing it is to try and get you to rely on them. And you know what, if you can't do it, find that out. Fail. I failed plenty. Even in the final product I've made, there's big components of it that didn't work that I had to cut, you know? You don't know what was in my head before I delivered the final film. But the film in my head was way better. And even cinematographer Roger Deakins says the same thing, that every image he's ever created pales in comparison to what was in his head. This is the creative process. There's a difference between when it's in your head and it comes out. And you're not supposed to think of that as failure. I don't even know if you're supposed to recreate what was in your head, because I think that particularly in a collaborative medium, you're supposed to all bring it out, and actually it will be improved in many ways by others.